Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome back to Qasid Online's Arabic Letters series. My name is Ayub Palmer, and I'm an Arabic instructor for Qasid Arabic Institute. This is the second video in our letters series, and we'll be learning about the ta and the long vowel wow. You can take out your writing worksheet and follow along with this video if you wish. For those who don't have the worksheets that accompany this video series, please fill out the form at the end of the video, and Qasid will have them sent to you. Let's look at our objectives for this lesson. Our first objective is to pronounce the ta and the wow effectively. So I'm going to write here number 1 for our first objective. The second objective is to recognize the ta and the wow when we see these two letters in a particular Arabic word. Our third objective is to write the ta and the wow in their different forms. Remember, if you remember from the previous video in which we discussed the alif and the ba, there are 4 positions for each letter in the Arabic alphabet. But some of those letters will have all of the positions, and some of them will only have 2. So, for example, the ta, like the ba in the previous example, has all 4 of the letter positions. The wow, on the other hand, only has 2, like the alif. Now let's look at our fourth objective, which is to pronounce and write the ta and wow in an Arabic word. And our word for this lesson is toot, meaning berries. And if we wrote this in transliteration, it would look like this. Toot. Let's move on. Here we have the ta and the wow. Let's write here ta, and we'll write above here wow. Okay. Now the ta is like the T in English. Very similar to the letter T in English. So that's not too difficult. So for example, I would say table, like the T in table. Now the wow is a long vowel, just like the alif. So we say long vowel. And we would use the U here with a line over it to indicate the oo sound. Now, oftentimes in English, you will see the double O. For example, in foot. Now, if we were going to pronounce this with the wow, it would be like this, and we would pronounce it foot, which doesn't sound like foot. So you can see the wow is a different type of vowel than the OO or the U. So that's why we are going to write it here with a U with the line on top of it. Now let's look at these 2 letters in their different positions. Actually, before we do that, we're going to indicate where these letters are on our alphabet and related forms map. So here's at the ta, because we discussed the alif and the ba previously. And if we come all the way down here, we'll find the wow. And that's what we're going to discuss today. Now let's look at the different forms of each letter. So the wow here has 2 forms out of the 4 positions. We have the wow, which is in the independent, and the initial positions, which looks like this. And we have the wow in the medial and the final positions, which looks like this. Notice that the wow here connects to a previous letter. Now, if we look at the ba, we'll see that the ba has 4 forms for each of the 4 positions. So we have for our independent position, we have the ba looking, the ta looking like this. In the initial position, the ta is going to look like this, just like the ba, but with 2 dots on top. And the third one, the ta will look like the ba in the medial position. And in the final position, the ta looks just like the ba, except it has 2 dots on top. Let's write each of these separately. I'm just going to change my color here to yellow so we can see better on the black. So here we have the, excuse me, I'm going to erase that. Now, here we have the wow. And we're going to write the wow in the independent and initial positions, because remember, both of these positions look the same for the wow. So the wow is going to sit on the line and then curve underneath it. So we're going to look like this. Let's do that again. Start on the line and curve underneath it. Good. And one more time. Sit on the line, curve underneath it. So that's the wow in the independent and initial positions. The wow in the medial and final positions will look like this. It will connect to a previous letter, come up, and then curve below the line. Again, connect from a previous letter, curve below the line. One more time, connect from a previous letter, and curve below the line. Okay, let's look at the ta. Okay, so the ta in the independent position. It looks just like the ba did. So let's write it here. Ta, but with 2 dots on top. One more time. Here's the ta. 2 dots, and here's the ta, with 2 dots. Here's the ta in the independent position. Okay, now let's look at the ta in the initial position. So this is position 2, initial position. We're going to write the ta here is going to sit on the line and connect to a letter that comes after it. It's going to sit on the line and it's going to connect to something that comes after it. Again, let's do that again. Sit on the line and connect to a letter that comes after it. This is the ta in the initial position. Okay? Now, the ta in the medial position looks just like the ba in the medial position, connects, comes up, and then connects again. And then 2 dots on top. Again, let's do that again. Connect, come up, and then connect again with a ta. Connect, come up, connect again with the ta. There we go. So this is the medial position for the ta. And we have finally the 4th position, which is the final position, which it connects and then looks just like the ba again. and here. It's just like the independent position, but it connects from the right. So here we're going to connect from the right, come up, okay, and ta. And remember that we always write from right to left in Arabic. Okay, again, ta connects here, and then it sits on the line with 2 dots on top. Great. Okay, let's look at the ta and the wow in a complete word. So here, and I'm going to change my color again back to red. Okay, so now if we remember our 4 positions, so here we have the wow in the first and the second positions, and we have the wow connecting in the third and fourth positions, and we have the ta independent position, and we have the ta here in the initial position, we have the ta in the medial position, which is number 3, and we have the ta in the final position, which is number 4. Now, we want to write this word, toot, okay? So we hear the ta at the beginning, okay? And because there's no letter previous to it, it's going to be number 2, okay? So we're going to choose this one here, and we're going to say toot. Why did we choose the initial position? Because it's going to connect to a letter that comes after it. Okay, and then we have here the wow. Now we say toot, we hear that ooh sound, and that's going to connect. It's going to connect to this ta here. So we need to connect from the right. So we're actually going to bring this one over here, and it's going to look like this. Okay, and then we want to add another ta, because we say toot. The ta, we hear that ta at the end. However, the wow doesn't connect to what comes after it. So we have to write the ta in the independent position, because it can't connect to what comes before it, and because it's at the end of the word, it doesn't connect to anything after it. So we're going to use this one here. Okay? And if we add all of these up together, we get this word here. Toot. And we pronounce it like this. Great. Let's write this word a couple of times. I'm going to switch my color again so we can see on the black background. So we're gonna write toot. Again, this is our word here, meaning berries. Again. Okay, so we start with the ta, initial position, connect with the wow in the medial position, and then the ta again in the independent position. Let's do it again. Ta, wow, ta. Okay, and one more time here. Ta, wow, ta. Great. Okay, let's review what we have covered so far. And I'm going to switch back here to red. So the letter ta in Arabic is like the letter T in English. That's not hard to remember. The long vowel, and remember here, it's a long vowel. Just like we have the long vowel alif, we have the long vowel wow, is like the vowel oo. But here, remember, it's different because it's twice as long. It's longer than the oo. It's ooh, ooh. Okay? And we'll write it like this, a U with a line over it to indicate the ooh sound when we transliterate. The third point here is that the letter ta, okay, we're coming back to the ta, connects to letters that come before it and after it. Like the ba, it connects from the right and from the left. So if we have a letter before it, we can connect here. And then if we have a letter after it, we can connect here. And so the ta will connect here and here. However, and this is where it differs from the alif and the long vowel wow, is that the wow will not connect to what comes after it, but it will connect to what comes before it. So if we have the wow here in the middle of a word, you can see that here it connects, but here it does not connect. Now let's look at the homework. Please download the writing worksheet and practice writing these letters, ta and wow, if you haven't done so already. And also don't forget to download the reading and pronunciation worksheet and upload your audio to the course website. And if you're watching this for the first time, please get a hold of our entire set of worksheets that go along with these video tutorials. Please see the instructions at the end of this video or in the text blurb below. Thanks a lot. Ma'as salama.